Okay, hello everyone. Apologies. This is a remake of the video that I actually took last week. So I'm gonna redraw this. Basically I said actually I was gonna do a human head. Then after actually thinking about it yesterday, I think I should just show you how to do the assignment. Because I think some of you may still have problems after watching the two videos. So here it is. Okay, I have here drawn in the eraser or a rough sketch of it, and I made two diagonal cuts and an angle. So what I will do now is I'm actually going to show you step by step. So this video might be quite long, but I think it might be worth it lah, because for some of you maybe still not too sure of how to do it. So you can see this is the eraser with the two cuts. Okay, and here it is. So I'm going to go a bit faster because I don't want the video to go too long. Otherwise it'll be very big file. And I think that was part of the problem with the previous video because it's too long and it took very long to export. Then once it did, it actually some problems happened lah. So I think it was too big. So anyway, what I'm showing you now is how to visualize each part. So this is the first one. Okay, I'm going to put it to the side here. Then I'll do the second one, which is the one in the middle. As I mentioned before, I think with the iPad I can actually do this. I can show you how each piece actually is supposed to look like, and I can pull them apart because I can use the layers feature. Okay, which actually, as a trivia, this whole idea of layers came about because last time in the past people used to do this layering with photography. So the concept of layering actually came about because of photography. Okay, so this is not something that people create out of nowhere lah. Maybe next time if I have time I can go through some of this history with you so you can understand how come we have all these tools at our disposal and why are they called the way they are called. Okay, so I'm just showing you how each of these pieces is supposed to look like, and then at the end of it I'm going to remove this yellow drawing below because that is the original eraser before it's cut. So here it is. This is my 3 pieces of eraser. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all of them and I'm going to move them to the center of the page so that I think I accidentally made one smaller. Okay, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to move it to the center. It's just making sure that this is the center. Okay, I can see the whole paper now. So this is the center of the paper. Okay, the problem with this app, this is Adobe Sketch, by the way, if you are wondering. For those of you with iPads, you may want to install this. It's free. Procreate is expensive because you're not working like I am. So Procreate costs $20. Expensive for, I guess, students lah, right? But for me it's okay. I have Procreate. I'm showing you this because this can be done on an inexpensive software as well. So you don't need expensive tools to do something like this. Granted that the iPad itself is already expensive. Okay, so coming back to this point, right, I think most of you don't really have an issue with deriving the front view or the front orthogonal projection of this shape here. So I'm going to show you how it is to be done in totality. I will show you only 2 views, one from the front, just for you to check. I think most of you are able to get this. The other one from a side, okay, like from this side actually, because I think this one, after watching the first 2 tutorials, you may still not be able to do it. Okay, so I'm going to use the same logic here, the points. Okay, so I have my 4 points. These 4 points correlate to the first piece. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and I have the height of the eraser, which I'll draw in later. So now I'm only drawing the base. I'm only focusing on the information from the base of the eraser, making sure that I don't get everything mixed up. So I'm going to do part by part. So these 2 I see them. Those 2 that I do not see, I don't draw them just yet. Okay, this one is somewhat aligned, so I'm just going to ignore that. These two, I see them. And this one, actually, I do see a little bit because it actually goes down like that. Okay? My dots are not even on the line. But that's okay, because I'm actually just trying to estimate. Okay, so for those that are behind and I cannot see, I'm going to do an open circle as I explained yesterday. In the videos I uploaded yesterday, I watched some of it myself. So I'm going to use some of the language that I've used so you're familiar with the terminology. Okay, so here it is, the top of the shapes, the three shapes here. So I'm going to show you all the dots. So these are, in total, there are 9 dots, 12 dots. The height never changes, so this is the height. This is the same language, this is H. Okay, so I'm going to assume that this is the same. This is also H. Okay, so I should be able to see only these 3, so 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so I'll draw these 3 dots here. So fortunately for me, this dot is very, very easy to draw. So this is the height, the shape of the height that I see here. And I'm going to draw in the others that I can see first. Those that I cannot see at the back, I'm going to ignore it first. Okay, so I can see this one. This is a line, sort of. This is also kind of a line. Okay, and this one is also kind of a line, not really. I think it is a line actually, right? And then this other one is definitely a line because it's right on top. So I'm just going to draw this in. Wait, let me just check if this is a line. Yes, this is also a line. So this is where the confusion comes in, I guess. Okay, now that I have these 2 shapes, which I can see from the front, how about those that I cannot see? Before I do that, I'm going to connect the heights first. And I'm going to use this brown color because that's how we see it. So this is the height. Okay, and this connects to this. So you can see, right? This connects to this. And that connects this to that. Okay, so I realized I forgot to include the numbering, which I actually did in the previous video. So this is 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. And for the blue one, that is also 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so this is 3. And then this is 4, cannot see. But I'll just show you where it is anyway. It goes down. And open face, number 4 is here. Okay, so if I were to connect the two open circles, I should be able to get my other dotted line, which tells me where the back of this blue 4 to red 4 is. Okay, apologize if I'm rushing a little bit. Actually, I need to be somewhere else, but I promise you that I'll be uploading this, so rushing it a little bit, but I hope you can still understand and get the gist of it. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm going to the second shape. So I'm going to give them numbers again, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, so the ones that I see in front is 6 and 7. I don't really see it because it's kind of just right behind 7. Okay, so 7 and 8 are actually on the same point. Okay, so here's where it is. I just put a /8 here. Okay, and at the back where 5 is actually kind of near here. Okay, very confusing so far, because there's a lot of shapes coming in. That's why numbers help, I think. Without the numbers, it's actually even worse. And I think some of you probably would realize this by the time you finish drawing. So number 8, as it goes down, kind of aligned to the number here in front, 6, which looks like it, but it actually isn't. It's kind of slightly off. Mind you, this is only a sketch, so if you're very accurate with your estimation, you should be able to get this quite on point. Okay, so with this information now, we can also connect the two open 5s, the blue 5 and the red 5. And the 6 is definitely solid line. 7 is solid line. 8 is behind, so I cannot see. But I should be able to see the top, okay, which is here. So to help you to visualize this a little bit better, this surface here is actually the inside here that you see. Right? But you only see a little bit of it because the front is being blocked by the first piece. Similarly, now we're going to attempt to do the other side, which is the third piece. And I'm going to use numbers again. So 9, I'll start the 9 from the inside. So 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, and I see 10, I see 11, and I see a little bit of 9. Okay, but I do not see 12. 12 is at the back, so it's an open circle. And I will find the position of where the top is now. So this is 9, this is 10, 11, 12. Okay, so 10 is kind of on top of each other, so we've already established that. 11 is on top. So easy. Now 12 is a little bit harder in the sense that it's behind, so you have to visualize it. So I just put an open circle. 9 is kind of aligned and not really. So I should be able to see only a little bit of it like that. Okay, and 10 is kind of aligned. It shouldn't be, but because of my sketch, I think it's a little bit off. So I should be able to see just a little bit of it like that. Same thing, I'm going to shade this. Pardon my throat clearing, a lot of phlegm recently. That should be the inside of the eraser, the third piece. And last but not least, this is the height, and then this is the dotted line for the other side. So I know it looks kind of weird and confusing, so I will draw this shape one more time so you can see how it's supposed to look like. And I'm only just, estimating from the shape above. So if you have something like this, let me just draw it properly. So this other one is here, it's very small, like that. Oh, sorry, wrong. So this should be like this. And I'm not supposed to use eraser, but I kind of screw up. So it's actually supposed to be here. And then this is the shaded face inside. So this piece here is on the inside. I'm going to make it thicker so you can see the difference. So the thin one is shape number 1. And then after that, there is a gap here which you see if you look straight ahead. You should be able to see this gap, right? So it goes all the way. That's kind of true. I realized there's one other thing which I did not show you, which is how the 8, okay, point number 8, blue 8 and red 8 connect. So there should be a line like somewhere here, like that, which tells me that actually this shouldn't be a line, but never mind. Okay, never mind, it's just demonstration. So similarly, I think for you, if I look at your drawing, right, if it's slightly off, I will not penalize you in any way. I just want you to make sure that you understand how to do this. The accuracy is not as important. Okay, so this is from the front view. It looks a bit strange, but it's okay. Now let's do the other view, the side, from the right hand side. So this part here, I imagine a lot of you will have problems, and if I took that long to explain the front view, I can imagine that you have problems with the side view. But that's okay, that's what this video is for. So bear with me a little bit. This is going to be a bit more explanation because you see things slightly differently in this angle. So from the front, right, of this view here, I should be able to see points 2, 3, 6, 7, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, how do I know that? Because this is what I will be looking at first. So I'm going to draw these points downwards, vertically. So you should be doing the same. I'm trying to describe my process here. I'm actually turning my iPad. So if you are working on paper, you should be turning on paper as well. So you should be able to see and reference like these points as they are. So this is the base of all the points, and I'm going to number them. Okay, after I've put in all my dots. Okay, so this is 2, 3, 6, 7, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, and I'm not going to draw in the back lines first because I don't want to confuse you with too many dotted lines. I'm going to go straight into the points for the top part. So as I mentioned before, it's all about finding the position of where the dot is. So I'm going to use green for this. Now you see number 2 is directly on top of the red 2. It's directly on top, right? I'm going to use the green line here. It's directly on top. So positionally, in terms of the where it is vertically, is directly on top. So I know this is directly on top. And I'm going to leave it as such. So I'll use green pen to show you where the position is. So for point number 3, it's a little bit special because it's slightly inside. And if I find where it is vertically on the baseline, it's actually somewhere here. So this tells me that the blue 3 should be somewhere here. I'm going to use green to show you first, okay? And now I'll change to blue so you can see where the dot is. Okay, and notice the dotted line doesn't go to the base because I'm finding the position of the top piece, which is the blue dot. Okay, I'm going to use the same method to find points blue 6 and blue 7. So where it is, okay, you can actually already see it. Okay, it's here. It's kind of a line to 3, but not really. So it should be somewhere here. Okay, blue 6 is kind of positionally on top of red 3. Blue 6 on top of red 3. Okay, and for blue 7, it's kind of on top of red 7. So just with these two pieces of information, I can already put in where the blue dots are. So the first one is here. The second one is right on top, which is blue 7. Let me put in the numbers before anybody get confused. So 2, 3, 6, 7. Next one is blue 10. So blue 10 is kind of on top of red 10. Luckily for us, okay, it's just right on top. And same goes for 11 and 12 because these are the corners of the cuboid, so no change. So with that, I can now connect all my lines. Okay, so I know 2 to 3 is definitely solid. 6 to 7 is definitely solid. Okay, 10, 11 and 12 definitely solid because this is the third piece. Now, let's draw in the height. Okay, so 11, 12 are the corners. So I'm gonna shade it just a little bit differently. I'm gonna shade it horizontally so you know that this is the corner piece, the corner of the face. So somewhere here, right? I'll shade it lightly so you can see. This is the other side which we don't see from the front. Then we have 3. Okay, and red 3 to blue 3. Red 2 to blue 2, and then 6 to 7, 6 to 6 and 7 to 7, right? So 6 to 6, 7 to 7, very, very tight. Because it's a very small wedge. Let me draw neater. It's supposed to be like this, like that. It's a very small wedge, so it is perceived as a very small thing. Then that's okay. Okay, so in this side, right, we will see this face, okay, being shown here. Okay, because we do see a little bit here. When you look in this direction, you do see a little bit of it, and that shows up here. Okay, and then now we have this other side, which is this face here, which we also see a little bit of, that you should be able to tell me because it goes somewhere here. Same thing, when you put your eyes here, you should be able to see a little bit of it, and that's okay. So I'm going to shade it so you can see this is the inside of where we cut. Okay, so now for the slightly trickier part, which is how to find the inside. So here it is. So I will find the base first because the base is always easier. I'm going to relate back to where it is. So number 4, let's go with 4 first because the first shape, the only circle that we haven't drawn is 4. So I'm going to draw straight down, dot, 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 and you can tell that actually it's very, very close to where 10 is. So that tells me that I'm going to draw an open face. This is 4. And where is the position of blue 4? Okay, blue 4. Same thing, I'll use green. Dot, 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 dot. It goes to this part of the base. Okay, and if I draw a straight green dotted line down, it's very close to 7, but not really. Goes down somewhere here. And okay, boop. This is where the back of the first piece is. Okay, then I will now draw a dotted brown line to connect these 2 points together. So you can see, right, that if I only focus on this shape, the first piece, I should be able to draw this out. Okay, here. So this is the front side, and then I just draw from here to here, like that. This is the first piece. If I remove the other two pieces, I should be able to see this part. The shaded face that I'm shading now, hatching now, is actually the inside of the eraser that we cut, that we only see a little bit of because the second piece is blocking. Okay, so I hope this helps. I would like you to complete this view and this view by yourself, and let's have a look at it together. Okay, that's it. I don't want to make the video too long. I will see you in school on Tuesday. Bye bye.